Who sniffs out what's trending in professional and college sports right here on KDUS AM 1060.
Now, Vince, I know you're a Sammy guy primarily, but you cannot deny the greatest of Diamond Dave.
Yeah, the Diamond Dave of late, though, he's, kind of dropping off just a tad.
Just a tad. Getting out there a little bit. Welcome back to the JV Sports Show. We're coming to you live here from U.S. Egg in Chandler, just off I-10 and Chandler Boulevard. We're joined now by the Park University Buccaneers. Gentlemen, how are you this morning?
Doing wonderful.
Doing great. We're having a park party over here.
Park party. Here we go, a Buccaneer bash. All right, so we're joined by a couple of guys, A.D. Steve Wilson, Gordon Stubblefield, men's basketball coach, Kelly Stinnett, baseball coach, and Jeff Fore, women's basketball coach. Mr. Wilson, you're the athletic director. Let's start with you. So tell us a little bit about how the university came to be in Gilbert, where you guys are located. Go ahead.
Sure. So location is downtown Gilbert. We look right at the water tower from campus. This is a project I think that's been I'm gonna get it wrong, but it's like a 4-year project that the university's been on to seeing a need for higher education here particularly in the East Valley. Looked at several locations, landed on this one, decided that athletics is the right way to build it. So I was with the flagship campus in the Kansas City area for 11 years before I came here.
Okay.
Brought Coach Stubblefield with me, and then these two gentlemen joined shortly after.
Sure.
So we've really been here a year.
Okay.
A year and a month, and we're up and running, and 267 athletes on campus. So these guys did a journeyman's job this year. It was a lot of pounding pavement, a lot of recruiting, a lot of talking to families, probably a lot of hearing no, and then hearing a lot of good yeses.
Okay, good. Coach Stubblefield, so Gordon Stubblefield, men's basketball coach. Coach, how and why? How did you end up here?
Well, like Steve said, I was at the flagship campus back in Parkville, Missouri.
Okay.
There the last 13 years, assistant men's basketball coach. And when Steve got the job out here, he brought me in the office and said, "Hey, you're coming, okay? I don't want to hear it."
There you go.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, you're coming.
Just go home and pack, Coach.
I'm not taking no for an answer. You're coming." So
That's
I was
it.
like, okay, because it's a unique opportunity to come out here to Gilbert, Arizona. And so when Steve told me to come out here, I was like, okay, let me talk to the wife. And so me and the wife went and had dinner, and she was like, hey, you know what? We're going. So I was like, okay, you know what? Arizona's the destination. So here we are, and I'm excited. Looking forward to the opportunity to compete with, like you said, some of the schools that are in the area, like Benedictine Mesa, Ottawa, Embry-Riddle, Arizona Christian. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
How exciting is it, Coach, to be part of a startup program and to be in on the ground floor and really kind of put your touches on some things?
And that's the exciting part. I get to mold this whole thing into what I want it to be. And so I'm really excited about that. I get to bring in my guys to play my system, to play hard, competitive. And so I'm really excited about that. So
outstanding.
Absolutely.
So we also we're joined by the women's basketball coach, Jeff Fore. Coach Fore, tell us a little bit about recruiting. So you're going in, you're sitting in a kid's living room, talking to their parents, and what has that experience been like? Because you're a startup program here, just getting off the ground. What are you selling?
Opportunity. I think the biggest thing, and when you look at our class, we're about 90% freshmen.
Okay.
So when you look at a lot of opportunities that kids have when they go to college, okay, I'm a freshman, unless I'm in the top 5%, probably going to go sit, maybe got a red shirt, play behind the upperclassmen, and eventually at some point work your way in. And I think the biggest thing we were able to do is sell opportunity, an opportunity to come in right away, an opportunity to play right away. An opportunity to be part of a program that will be remembered forever. So 30 years from now, you'll be known as the first team and, the first win and the first three-point shot and those things. So I think opportunity was the biggest thing, and I think that excited most of our student athletes recruited. It scared a few away. A few of them were, more like, hey, I want to kind of sit back, want to learn from the upperclassmen. But I think with the freshmen that we brought in, which was a really, really exciting class, was just opportunity, an opportunity to come in and compete right away as a freshman, kind of learn on the job. And as I tell them, we're going to make mistakes. We'll be there to pick you up. We're going to teach you how to play. These kids get to be together for 4 years, which is really exciting because when you look at a program, a lot of times you'll have changeover. So seniors move on, this group gets to be together for 4 years. So I think that was a really exciting opportunity, and the relationships and the culture that we're building, and knowing that this group gets to be together for 4 years, I think is really the reason they're here, and I think what's been great.
Coach, in about a minute or so, talk a little bit about Park University women's basketball. How would you summarize that program in a nutshell?
So I think, again, we were real lucky to get some really talented, young ladies. So I think, a group that is going to be really competitive, a group, right out of the gate, is going to play hard, going to be excited to watch, and, we're going to grow up together. I mean, that's the biggest thing about it. But I think that's the biggest thing is opportunity and growth, and a group that gets to be better for 4 years. But, we should be, competitive. I know we're going to play some, obviously, upperclassmen teams, but it's going to be an exciting group.
So, Coach, to your left, we're joined by former major leaguer here, Kelly Stinnett. Coach Stinnett, coaching the baseball team. What's the transition been like for being a ball player to being a coach, particularly at this level, at the college level?
Well, my knees felt a whole lot better. Yeah, I don't have to squat anymore.
Oh, so man.
That's the biggest bonus I've experienced so far.
Coach, that's one of the biggest mistakes I made was when Coach back in the day said, hey, anyone want to catch? I was the first one to raise my hand and say, sure, and then now I'm paying for it with the knees. But talk a little bit about Park University baseball and the culture you're trying to instill there with those gentlemen.
Well, you're going to get a bunch of different faces from different areas of the country, different programs. We just try to bring them in and mold them and kind of make them, give them my mindset. I was fortunate I did it before. I was a Benedictine for the first 2 years there with Coach Schaefer. He gave me the opportunity to start that program. Then I came over here with Coach Wilson and starting this program. Gave me a year off to recruit, gave me a year off to be a dad. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I did that as well. But my relationship, my networking, and the kids we're bringing in, we got some talented kids. They just might not know. They may be knuckleheads a little bit. So we're trying to take knucklehead out of them and give them an opportunity, just like Coach Fore said, it's kind of a last chance you kind of mentality is we're going to come in here. This is it, guys. We're going to give you an opportunity, go to class, perform in the field, be a citizen in the town of Gilbert, and hopefully win us a lot of baseball games.
Well, it's all right there in front of them, right, Coach? I mean, yeah. You're setting the stage for them to be successful, and they just got to come in and do their part, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get after it. They know my mindset right now. I mean, we're on the field or in the cages every day. This is what it is. We lay it. We map out a program for them, and that's what they have to follow. And we've been the school itself has been a great support as far as what we're trying to do. And, I'm really excited about where we're at right now.
So we're here. We're joined by several of the coaches and athletic director from Park University out of Gilbert, brand new university. Mr. Wilson, so getting back to you on with some of your AD duties, where do you guys play your games for every sport?
Yeah, we play everything primarily in the East Valley. We do play everything in the East Valley, primarily in Gilbert.
Okay.
Santan Charter School is the home of volleyball and basketball.
Sure.
At this point, Cactus Yards is a phenomenal facility for softball. Right now it is, when the softball team takes the field there, it's going to be the best facility in the NAI.
Okay.
We're not in the NAI yet. We're in the application process, but it's going to be one of the best small college.
It's coming.
Golf is playing down at Bear Creek.
Okay.
There in Chandler. We can't quite let on to where baseball is going to play just yet.
Okay.
Let's just say it's going to have a major league feel.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, so and the plans are ultimately to have your own facilities, and so how far? What's the timeline horizon on that?
Yeah, I think you have to get established. You have to get the enrollment stable and the non-athletic enrollment stable. And I left out soccer. That the town of Gilbert's building a phenomenal facility in Desert Sky, so we'll be there. Next year. We're kind of bouncing around, but you've got to get your enrollment. I feel like our athletic enrollment is stable. The rest of it will get there, and then you've got to figure out where. So we're working with several community partners on possibilities for facilities. Right now, we're going to be a leaser for the foreseeable future, but I think in the 5 to 10 year plan, it is time to start looking at our own.
Well, and you're creating opportunities for young people, and we've seen it. We've seen it with not only with Arizona Christian, we've seen it with Ottawa. We've seen obviously with Benedictine. Now we see it with you guys. I mean, you're creating those opportunities. You've got those scholarships, and the facilities will come.
Yeah.
What's the student enrollment right now?
We started the fall semester at just over 300.
Okay.
And obviously almost 270 of those being athletes. So
wow.
We carried the banner for the institution to get things started.
Okay.
There is a great strategic plan. Dr. Jeff Ehrlich, our executive director, I get excited every time I go into a senior leadership meeting with him. The goal is 500 students next fall. So
wow.
I have every trust in everything they're doing that it's going to get there.
Okay. Coach, if there's a prospective student athlete listening to the JV Sports Show now, and we hope there's a ton of them, right?
Yeah.
Vince?
Oh, yeah.
How would they go about contacting you guys and checking out Park? Is there opportunities for them to come and observe a practice or be on the sideline of a game?
Absolutely. Our indoor practices are at Inspire Courts. I know all these coaches would love to have somebody out. You can find us at gilbert.parkathletics.com. It will hit a landing page. You'll see the logo for our Missouri campus on the left side. Click on the good-looking Buccaneer on the right.
There you go.
If you're on a phone, he's down at the bottom. You got to scroll down. But, I think there's synergy between our programs, and you see that when you go online. But, yeah, go to the Gilbert side of the website, staff directory, and all these guys are right there.
Okay, Steve, thank you so much. So Steve Wilson, athletic director, Gordon Stubblefield, men's basketball coach, Kelly Stinnett, baseball coach, Jeff Fore, women's basketball coach, Park University Buccaneers out of Gilbert. Folks, they ain't going anywhere. It's only going to get better, bigger, and better as they establish themselves in the community, creating opportunities for young people, and that's what we're all about.
I tell you what, there's some smaller schools in the Valley of the Sun right now doing some great things, and these gentlemen right here are pleased to join us this morning. We appreciate you guys coming on with us, and they're doing great things out there in the East Valley event, so check them out if you're looking for a place to land, and we'll take a short break here, come back after a break, and bring on the Ho-Ho-Com Junior College Athletic Report.